India's presidency of G20 comes at a very important time. We are at the midpoint of Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, and all reports indicate that the global progress on Sendai targets is very inadequate. So this is high time that G20 nations come together and infuse a renewed sense of urgency to our disaster risk reduction efforts. Towards this end, under India's presidency, a new working group on disaster risk reduction has been established. It has identified 5 priorities for itself. Number 1, early warning for all. Number 2, resilient infrastructure. Number 3, looking at how national financing frameworks can support disaster risk reduction, how we can improve global disaster response systems, including building back better, and finally, ecosystem-based approaches to disaster risk reduction. We've got very enthusiastic response from all G20 nations to advance progress not just for G20 but for the entire world. The next meeting, the second meeting of the working group, will take place in Mumbai, where there are 2 central themes. One central theme is looking at financing for disaster risk reduction. And when we talk about financing for disaster risk reduction, there are 2 aspects of it. One is, how do we make sure that there is adequate investment in risk reduction and not just on response, preparedness, and build back better, etc. We really need to scale investment in disaster risk reduction to stop the creation of new risks, and where the risks are there, reducing those risks. And the second focus of the Mumbai meeting is going to be, how do we mobilize the capacities, the initiative, the resources of the private sector so that disaster risk reduction efforts become more broad-based. And in doing so, it is really important that we bring in the right kind of analysis, right kind of tools, right kind of evidence base to inform disaster risk reduction efforts. If we really want to make our future safer, lives of our children safer from ever-increasing disaster risk, it's really important that we come together from all strata of society, rich countries, poor countries, north and the south, east and the west. We really need to embody the spirit of India's G20 presidency, which is Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future.